Welcome to gently stretch your body, mind and spirit into new lengths. We will start with a grounding meditation. Breathe deep into your belly a few times. Earth is generous. It receives our steps. It provides us with nourishment, and it even takes our waste to make compost out of it. I invite you to draw into your mind the image of the place you grew up in, where you grew your roots. Maybe that land is nearby, maybe it's far away, but call in the feeling of that place with all your senses. How was the temperature? What could you smell? What could you hear? I invite you to send gratitude to that ground that received your first steps and provided you with nourishment. Take some deep belly breaths. And you may slowly open your eyes to start the practice. The intention of this class is to balance our earth element, which means that you'll be able to ground to the present moment and come back to your body a little bit better. We will be working on the slow moving tissues of the body. We are not stretching muscles, but instead fascia, ligaments, tendons. We are also working on an energetic level, helping the energy move better through the body. And we will also practice mindfulness by taking those deep belly breaths. The meridians that we will be focusing on today are spleen and stomach. I'll show you where they are and you can gently tap along so that you know where to pay attention to in your body. So the spleen starts from the outside of the big toe and goes on the inside of the foot, the leg, the thigh, across the abdomen and to the sides of the body. And the stomach starts from under the eye, the cheeks where we chew our food, goes across the chest, the abdomen, the quads, front of the leg, and ends all the way to the second toe. We are going to start with our first pose, the toe squat, and stay here for about 2 minutes. Place something soft under your knees if they are sensitive, and then come to sit on your knees. Use your hands to spread your toes and try to connect even the little toe to the mat. You can come back to sit on your knees with the weight on the balls of your feet. If this feels too painful, you can lean forward with your hands or elbows, or place something soft between your thighs. All the meridians of the lower body get stimulated through the compression in the toes. In the poses, there are a few things I want you to know. When we go to a pose, you will at some point feel the first sensations, and that's what we call the edge. So we will stop at the edge, we will stay still there for quite a few minutes. It's not always comfortable. And then when I cue you to come out of the pose, move very slowly to avoid any injuries. And after that, we will take a neutral pose, neutralize that area. That is what we call a rebound. Often it will look like lying on our backs, on our belly, or something else. I will tell you the options as the time comes. Now slowly, slowly release your toes and release your legs forward. And keep them still for a few moments to feel the sensations after the pose. This is our short rebound. I also want to show you a very grounding acupressure point. This is called Kidney 1. Look for the deepest point on the upper part of your sole when the toes are flexed. And we can give this point a good massage, maybe 30 seconds per side. And this is indeed called the most grounding of acupressure points. It's good for anxiety, insomnia, even headaches. And foot massages are generally very grounding and good for the earth element. So you can add this to your self-care ritual. Our next pose is caterpillar. We will stay in the pose for about 4 minutes. If you already know you tend to roll back rather than forward from your hips when you sit this way, you can place something under your buttocks and then extend your legs forward. So with a straight back, fold forward until you feel your first edge, a clear sensation. And if your back feels okay, you can now round it and release yourself towards the ground. Now, if your hamstrings are super tight, you can place something under your knees to bring them closer towards you. And if it feels good, bring your palms facing up towards the sky, or even support your head with your hands. Here we are, of course, working on the back chain of our body, but we are also compressing the front of our body, including the stomach and spleen meridians on our abdomen. The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, worry about the future, or anticipate troubles, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. The best way to take care of the future is to take care of the present moment. Wherever you are, be there totally. If you must look back, do so forgivingly. If you must look forward, do so prayerfully. However, the wisest thing you can do is be present in the present, gratefully. Slowly, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, you can start rolling up with your head coming up last, and make your way down to lie on your back for our first rebound on our backs. And pay attention here how you feel both in your body and emotionally. You can slowly make your way up to sit on your heels for our next pose, the child's pose, where we are also staying for about 4 minutes. You can place something soft under your knees and ankles if needed. Here you can play with the distance between your knees, either having them together or apart. And also your arms, you can either let them fall next to your body or reach forward when you bring your chest towards your thighs and your forehead towards the ground. Use your hands to push the floor away and slowly make your way to lay on your belly, where we will take our next rebound. You can clasp your elbows with the opposite hands and move the elbows just ahead of your shoulders, propping yourself up, palms flat on the mat. If the sensation on your back is too strong, you can move your elbows further ahead, lowering your chest closer to the floor. Now release your buttocks. We will do a Sphinx and Seal combination for about 4 minutes. If you are not feeling much here, you can play with the lower body. So either bend the knees or spread your legs further apart for more compression in the back. And for a bit more comfort in the long pose, you can kind of fall between your shoulder blades and relax your neck towards the ground. If you feel comfortable, you can now prop yourself up to your hands to a seal position and again fall between your shoulder blades and bring your neck and face towards the ground. From here, slowly lower your chest to the floor. You can turn your head to one side and rest your cheek on your palms if that feels comfortable. And we will take our rebound here on our bellies. You can now move slowly up to a seated position. We will go to a half saddle, 4 minutes per side. So straighten one leg in front of you and flex one back to a kind of a runner's pose with the ankle outside of your hips. Make sure that you feel comfortable on your knees before you start leaning back, and keep leaning back until you find your edge, making sure that the knee is comfortable throughout. You can add props behind your back to lean on. You might be able to go all the way on your back in this pose, or you might want to stay all the way up, leaning towards your hands. If this is too much, perhaps you can feel a quad stretch by simply sitting on your knees. And slowly let's start coming back from the pose. We have a couple of options here. You can prop yourself up on your elbows and onto the hands, straightening your legs slowly. But if this is tricky, you can also try rolling on one side to get out of the pose. Reach your legs in front of you for a few moments before we move to the other side. And again, straighten the other leg now in front of you and flex one back to a runner's pose with the ankle outside of the hips. Mindful of the knee, slowly leaning back. Slowly come out of the pose and lie on your back for a slightly longer rebound. Now you can stay lying on your back. We are coming to a supported bridge for a whole 5 minutes. Here you will need your block. Now bend your knees with feet on the ground. Lift the hips high enough to slide a block or a bolster under the pelvis. If you are using a block, you can use the wide side or the second highest side. Walk your feet away, straighten your legs. And with your arms, you can either rest them above your head straight, or you can grab the elbows. You can have the arms on your sides or even on your body. Make sure that whichever support you're using, it is under the pelvis, the sacrum, the lowest part where it feels comfortable, not under the lower back. Slowly bend the knees and walk the feet toward you. Engage your core muscles and lift your hips just enough to slide the support away, and then slowly lower your hips on the floor. And we will take our rebound on our backs. Again, you do not need to come back up. We are going to a recline twist for 3 minutes per side. You will just draw both of your knees to your chest, open your arms to the side like wings, and drop the knees to one side. And you can complete the twist by turning your head towards the opposite side. Here I would prioritize that the knees are towards the ground rather than your shoulder. If the shoulder is in the air and feels bad, you can prop something under it or even bring the arm to your ribs. You can play with the angle of your knees. If the knees are higher, this moves the twist to the upper back, and by lowering your knees, you can get the twist more to the lumbar area. You can even try straightening the upper leg. And if it's hard to keep the knees towards the ground, you can help with one arm. If the arms start tingling, you can bend them or bring them lower or just let them rest on your ribs. Twists compress the stomach and give a beautiful massage to your internal organs. Slowly come back to the center to lie on your back for a few moments before we do the other side. And from here, draw your knees back into your chest, open your arms to the side, and drop the knees to the other side, and turn your head to the opposite side. It was when I stopped searching for home within others and lifted the foundations of home within myself, I found there were no roots more intimate than those between a mind and body that have decided to be whole. Slowly come to the center to lie on your back, feeling the echo of the pose. We will take our last rebound before Shavasana. If you need a sip of water or a blanket over you, you can readjust. And we come to the final pose, Shavasana. We will be lying on our backs. Your legs and arms can be closer to your body or wider apart. You can now move slowly up to a seated position. Take deep breaths in. Feel the weight of your body sinking into the ground beneath you. Imagine roots gently growing from your hips, your legs, your feet, reaching deep into the earth. With each inhale, draw up steadiness and nourishment through these roots from the earth. And with each exhale, release any tension, scattering it into the soil to be composted. If your body could speak, what would it tell you right now? Slowly let the roots fade and return awareness to your breath and to the space before opening your eyes. If you wish to continue your practice on the pages of your journal, the prompt for today is: if my body was my house, what space inside it needs tidying, warmth, or light? May your body be wise and your roots run deep. May your heart be kind and remain open. May your mind be clear and your light shine bright. With gratitude, let's close the practice. Take care. Be well. Bye.